What's up, everyone? Hey, it's my mortgage guy, Greg, here with your Wednesday wishes on what I wish I knew about the mortgage process. Listen, I wish everybody knew about sourcing of funds, SOF. Guys, this is so important in the mortgage industry, in the process with underwriting. So sourcing of funds is any money that is being used in a transaction needs to be sourced. So we get bank statements, updated transaction histories, doesn't make a difference. But if you're a gift donor or a spouse or just the borrower in general, you cannot move money from one account to the next account. We have to see that transition. We have to see that transaction. We have to paper trail that. We have to do source of funds. So no matter what you do, we have to go back to the original statement. So this is not creating more paperwork for you or creating more hassle. Actually, it is creating more paperwork. It's not creating more hassle for you. It's not doing it on purpose. It is the mortgage industry. So if all the money is coming from your savings account and you have an investment account and decide to pull money from that and put it into your savings, then we're going to need the investment account and we're going to need 2 months of that. Not only that, we're going to have to see the transaction. You have to wait till it clears. You have to wait till it posts. So we can't take anything that's pending. It has to be a full transaction. We actually have to get an updated history showing that transaction has happened. Now, there are times where we don't need all of this. We can just get a deposit slip, maybe one bank statement. But listen, if we request a source of funds about anything, we are not trying to make your life more difficult. We're just trying to get the file approved. The underwriter has to approve it. And again, I've said this before, the underwriter approves files so that in 3, 5, 7 years down the road, if an investor and when an investor picks that up, they don't have to ask questions. They can see everything and see why everything was approved. Now, if you go to a bank, let's just say your bank statement goes from the 1st to the 30th, we get the last 2 months. But we're not closing, right, until the middle of the month. And we have to see a transaction happen. So that means we have to get what is called an updated transaction history. Typically, that's done from the bank. If you go to the bank for that, you just cannot take what they give you. You actually have to have them stamp it if applicable, and they have that available, or at least sign it, date it. But listen, your information has to all be on that updated transaction history. Name, account number, if not the last 4, the bank name, the bank teller, their position, the date. All the information has to be on there. The dates that we need on that updated transaction history. I mean, overall, if there's any questions, what you need to do is get with your loan officer and have them explain in detail and then go get exactly what they're asking for. You cannot provide whatever you think might work because it's going to create a hassle, probably some frustration. If you print it out yourself from online, fantastic. Not everyone can do that. Some banks don't make it available and some people just can't figure it out. But if you can, well, if you just provide it to us, we may not be able to still take it because maybe it doesn't have the full account number or last 4. Maybe it doesn't show the bank name or your name. Really, what we see a lot is it doesn't have the URL on it. And if it comes from online, it needs the URL on top or bottom or both. And without those, we won't accept them. The underwriter won't accept them. And it seems like we're creating more of a hassle for you. But overall, what we're doing is trying to get the deal done for you. So if your loan officer asks you for source of funds and a paper trail of any kind, no matter what it is, whether you're the gift donor or the borrower or spouse, it doesn't make a difference. Just understand this is for you. This is to get the deal done. Nobody should be asking for something unless it's required and needed. And overall, we want to make the underwriter happy. We want to make sure it gets taken care of. So at the end of the day, just work on it. Take a deep breath, go through it. Sourcing of funds is absolutely huge. If there's a large deposit in your account, they're going to have to source it. Where did that come from? Go back to the next account, go down the line. If you transferred from multiple accounts, we're going to need multiple account statements. I think you're following the picture here. So any questions, feel free to leave a comment. I'd be happy to answer anything for you. But this is huge and important, and you should really know what's entailed because there is some paperwork entailed, and not everyone loves it. But overall, it's to get the deal done and get your file approved. Have a great one. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.